Hi guys, and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are making a beautiful Let It Snow wreath using this sign from the Dollar Tree. I feel like this is one of those most used Let It Snow signs from the Dollar Tree because so many people... Leo, excuse me, I'm trying to record. There have been so many projects done with this sign, so you know what? Let's make a beautiful winter wreath. Here are the basic supplies you're going to need for this folded ruffle method. We're going to start off by using a 21-inch roll of Deco Mesh. Make sure that your roll of Deco Mesh is 10 yards. Sometimes some stores sell them as 6 yards, so do make sure that it's 10 yards. And you're going to need the full roll for this wreath. For this type of method, you can also use different color Deco Mesh and use up some leftover Deco Mesh, but at the end of the day, you're still going to need a total of 10 yards. That sign that we saw in the beginning of the video, 14-inch metal wreath form, and some pipe cleaners. We're going to need 18 pipe cleaners for the wreath form, but we're not going to be attaching it in the standard way. We're going to be using 3 per section, and there are a few ways you can do this. The first method you can do is attach on rows 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4. Then you can do a little zigzag using rows 1 and 2, 2 and 3, then back to rows 1 and 2, 2 and 3, and back and forth. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use rows 3 and 4 and then 2 and 3, or vice versa. The first one I'm going to attach on rows 2 and 3, 2 twists, and I'm just laying it down so you can see what's going on. Then we're going to do 3 and 4 and then 2 and 3 again. I always count my rows from the inside out. And of course, we're going to try to spread them out nice and even. The reason I'm not using rows 1 and 2 is because my sign is quite large. So I wanted a fuller wreath, and I'm going to take up this space all around, and it's going to make for a pretty wreath. And I'm just going to go all the way around, zigzagging back and forth. Let's get started on our Deco Mesh. I'm going to be cutting my Deco Mesh into 20-inch pieces, and you are going to need 18 of them, which is going to take up the full roll. I put my cutting mat vertically because I need the 21 inches to cut the Deco Mesh, but it's not enough on the sides because it's only 18 inches wide. So I'm going to grab my ruler, put it underneath, and I'm just going to go to 1.5 inches because we have 18 here, then half an inch plus this half an inch, that's 19, and 20. It's only 1.5 inches, so you can definitely eye that. And I'm going to just roll it naturally and put it to the side. Because these pieces are so big and they take so much room up on your table, what I like to do is I have a laundry basket next to me, and I'm just going to store those in the laundry basket while I cut the rest of these. Now let's make our folded ruffle. The first thing we want to do is unroll, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. This is the tricky part, edge to edge. So the factory edge, the edge that has all the little lines of the actual Deco Mesh, that's what you want to connect. So just side to side. And the cut edge, the edge where we're cutting, that's going to be where we're going to gather. When I have a folded piece, I'm going to go to the edge, and just like we're gathering a ruffle, I like to fold this little end in, tuck in about 1 inch from the edges. Like this, it's tucked in nicely. Find my center and start gathering. This is a long piece, so make sure that these edges line up as you're bringing your little ruffle together. At the other end of the spectrum, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold and then just bring it together. Look at this beautiful big ruffle, and then we're just going to attach it to one of our pipe cleaners. Here, as always, I like to push it down because we want to make sure that it's nice and tucked in, and we're going to give it 2 twists and face it up. We can definitely cut all of these later. Let's do another one. We're going to open it up and fold it in half. Factory edge to factory edge, or side to side, approximately the same here. And now at the end, I'm going to curl it in about an inch. Came together nicely. And then I'm going to start gathering in the middle. And here, just make sure that the edges are aligning as we're going along. Same thing on the other side. Tuck in that little inch, find the center, wiggle it in. And there you go. We're just going to find that next pipe cleaner, tuck it right in, 2 twists, and look at this. Are you seeing this gorgeousness? As I'm moving along with the wreath, I found a little helpful hint. I grabbed a little clamp, and when I'm putting this together, I clamped right there at the center, and guess what? It kind of holds the whole piece together, and then you're free to just go ahead and do the edges and start bringing the actual bow in. So it is kind of helpful. Look at this. I'm just bringing it together, and I feel like it's a lot faster because you don't have to go back and make sure the edges are aligned. The clip kind of does that for you. Got the other edge right here and brought it together. How quick was that bow? That was super, super quick. And I'm going to attach it to the next pipe cleaner. This wreath is so full and beautiful. I did put all my ruffles on, going back and forth with the tails. So if the tails are up here, they're down here on the next one, back and forth. But really, you don't have to do that because we're going to be moving them around. This is an extremely full wreath, but it does have little spaces because we're putting our ruffles in a little line. But all we have to do now is I'm going to go around and just take care of that pipe cleaner. If you're going for the silver theme, you can definitely just have it stick out, but I'm going to cut it off about an inch from the connection, twist it, and then we're going to just fold in half and fold back. That's it. Let me go around and do that to all 18 pipe cleaners. Now that I'm done taking care of all the pipe cleaners, I'm going to take care of the spaces in between my ruffles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side and the other side, find my middle, and do a little bit of a twist there. Then we're going to go to the next one. Maybe we'll do the tail this time and just put it in between this one, maybe twist it. Do whatever you need to just move things around. My wreath is all fluffed out and it is so stunning. I can't get over it. Now I'm going to attach my little sign to the wreath. I'm going to attach the same way I attach all of my signs, and that's by hot gluing some pipe cleaners to the back. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 4 of them because this is quite a large sign, and make a little flat surface. Then I'm going to take some leftover felt pieces and cut them into little rectangles and then start attaching. Going to do it on a little diagonal here, little hot glue. Then put my pipe cleaner on top and then go a little bit over the top on the pipe cleaner, a little bit underneath. Grab your felt piece and just let it melt into the hot glue. This is what's going to keep the sign in place. Going to fold these in so we can get them onto our wreath. And I want this sign to be a little bit tucked in. So let me flip and then start reaching to my pipe cleaners and attaching them. When your pipe cleaners are close to an intersection, definitely use that because that is what's going to keep your sign from moving back and forth. So I just twisted it and I'm going to twist around. That way it's going nowhere. And there you go. We can get this one at an intersection also, which is amazing. So twist that in place. I want this sign to be a little deeper than it is. So I'm just going to move things around, get it a little bit deeper, and then go back and tighten some of my pipe cleaners up. At this point, you have a gorgeous wreath on your hands. Look how pretty this is. And you can leave your wreath as it is. Or you could maybe make some ribbon bundles. I'll attach a wreath that's a poof wreath where I do a lot of ribbon bundles so you can have an idea of what I mean by those. Another thing you can do is embellish the sides of the Deco Mesh. That's what I'm going to do. One option would be these beautiful vase fillers. Then these vase fillers or foam scatters that are little snowflakes. How perfect would that be with this? Or maybe you want to use some pom-poms. That's a great idea also. And these are so elegant and pretty. They look like little tiny snowballs. I wanted to choose something white, and I thought that these snowflakes are just a perfect addition to this wreath. I thought these would look so pretty. So what I'm going to do is grab my hot glue gun and just attach them, scattering them throughout the wreath. One right there, another one right there. Well, what did you guys think of the wreath? I think it turned out so super sweet and I had so much fun making it. I hope you give it a try. And if you love videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and of course the bell so you are notified every time a video comes out. If you would like to see more wreath tutorials, Leo has prepared 2 videos for you right here. Go ahead and click those and have more wreath making fun. Are you done for the day? I think Leo is done for the day. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, you wanted to say bye. Okay. Bye, everyone.